Howard here, founder of Power Your Research, an academic branding company where I help academics and educators increase their visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And today I want to share 3 tips with you to create social media content, since this is super, super important. And in a lot of ways, the first step to building a brand, reaching your people, and monetizing. And so the first tip is to have a framework for the content that you are putting out. This could be someone else's framework or it could be your own framework. But by framework, I am specifically referring to a way that you tell your story in videos, or a way that you tell your story through carousels. If you don't have a framework, you'll be sitting down to create content without a map, and you won't be able to get to the next step of outsourcing some of the process of creating content. So for me, for my talking head videos that you see on places like Instagram, I record those, but my editor edits them for me. But the step that I had to do before hiring the editor was I had to edit them myself, figure out what my framework was for those videos, and then I could outsource it to someone else. And I have this framework in an acronym. This is the beginning, middle, and end. You could use my framework, you could use one that you find on the internet, you could create your own, but the point is you need to have a framework. This makes it a lot easier. Number 2 is know your topics. Not know your topics in terms of your education and expertise. You already have that if you're watching this video. Know your topics in terms of the things that your audience cares about and wants you to talk about, right? So what do you want to talk about, and what does your audience want you to talk about? That's the intersection of the content you should be posting. And usually this is like 5 or fewer things that your audience wants you to be talking about. It's not you on the vacation that you went on last week. It's not your kid's birthday party, right? It's 5 things that are educational and beneficial for your audience. And within those 5 things, how can you make them entertaining? Right? How can you post these 5 things through the lens of your brand? So know your topics and stick to the box of those topics. And then the third thing is to commit. If you're not committed to posting regularly, you're not going to be able to do this work. It's like if you're not committed to your marriage, you're not going to be able to stay in it, right? It's the same thing. When you decide that I'm going to post one piece of content every day, you make a commitment and then you just do it. And in the process of doing it, you figure out how to do it easier. So before, when I started posting every day, it was difficult. Now it's way easier because I've outsourced a lot of the things, but it started with a commitment. You don't get to make it easier until you commit to the process. I work with a lot of people that come to me, and the first thing they want to do is like, how do I outsource social media? Well, you can't outsource a system that you do not yet have. You can outsource it later, but you got to do this stuff first. Social media posting is super, super important to you reaching your goals. If your goal is to increase your visibility, authority, and income, and to have the option to leave your higher ed job, or to have 6 figures, a 6-figure brand. It's the world that we live in today. And the beautiful thing is, you have a cell phone. You can start today. My name is Dr. Sheena Howard. I'm the founder of Power Your Research, an academic branding company where I help academics and educators increase their visibility, authority, and income without the expense of a publicist. And I hope you